The Indiana Fever are so close. They are so close to being in the elites. It's not even funny how they are 1 to 2. There are 1 to 2 years and 1 to 2 roster spot changes away from being one of, if not the best team in the WNBA. Before we get on to, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We are, if we can hit even 22,050 subscribers by the end of the day, like, I can't believe we've gained 1,000 subscribers in a day. It's absolutely incredible. Thank you guys so much for all the support. It's been absolutely ridiculous. Just thank you guys so much. But doesn't change the fact that we gotta just talk about this. We gotta talk about how unbelievable this Fever team can become. Like, look, when we want to look at the Las Vegas Aces team, they got the number 1 pick 3 years straight. And basically, the Fever did the same. 2-1-1. They were as bad as this. The one thing is, though, is the Las Vegas Aces owner is competent. The Indiana Fever's owner doesn't care because it's a tax write-off, and the Indiana Fever's GM is 80 and their coach is incompetent. So this is all assuming that the sides problem is gone. That is all just assuming that the Caitlin Clark stopper is gone, Christy Sides. It's assuming Erica Wheeler is nowhere near the roster. And it's also kind of, I don't mind if you keep Katie Lou, but if you lose Katie Lou in the expansion draft, because I don't think, with her salary, there's no point protecting her. I would rather they protect Lexi Hull. Like, I think it's supposedly going to protect 6 players. I would rather you protect Nalissa Smith, because she has she's going to have some trade value. I'd rather you protect Smith, Boston, Clark, Mitchell. Or sorry, Mitchell's a free agent. Smith, Boston, Clark. Oh, Temmie's a free agent. To be fair, Wallace's contract on 60 grand, even if she's not going to play, because you've got a near max in Katie Lou, you can get someone better for Katie Lou for her money. And then Lexi Hull. Wallace, like Lexi Hull. Like, I'd probably go with something like that. Maybe even just because she's on a little money, keep Grace Berger around. Do something like that. And you know what, they're probably gonna do that. But I think losing Katie Lou might work. And as good as Katie Lou's been, not for nearly 200 grand a year. Not with nearly 200 grand a year. That's just not it. And obviously, again, the Christie Sides problem's huge. So you have got a big 3 that you're good with. You're good with that. And this team right now is better than the Aces were after they drafted Asia. You can't forget that either. The Aces had Kelsey Plum, Asia Wilson, and I do want to check, when did Liz come to the Aces? Was she there in the Aces? Yeah, Liz Cambage was there in 2019. To be fair, they were pretty good in 2019, I will say. The Aces were pretty decent in 2019 in Jackie Young's first year. But that was with Jackie Young, Kelsey Plum, and Kelsey Plum and Asia Wilson. Like, they were, and even if you're looking at their attendance, in 2018, their high was 7,600, which is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Even their low last year was low. But yeah, they were a team that was not great. In 2018, they were 14-20 in the first year of Asia Wilson. They were 21-13 the next year, in fairness, with Jackie Young and Liz Cambage and stuff. But they were 14-20. 14-20 and didn't make the playoffs. Did not make the playoffs in Asia Wilson's first year. This team is better than that team. They just are. They're going to do better than the equivalent of 14-20. They are going to win 18 plus games. They're going to win 18. 18 is a minimum. And that is the best, as far as percentage-wise, I'm pretty sure, since 2014. Am I right with that? With the Indiana Fever? That it's the best since 2014? Like, the Indiana Fever's record, they have been incompetent other than when they had Tamika Catchings. They were 20-4. 2016 was the last time they were even and made the playoffs. And obviously, they won a championship. They won a championship, and their greatest player of all time is obviously, again, Tamika Catchings. Like, but she retired in 2016. Yeah. So since Tamika Catchings retired, this team has not done anything. They've done absolutely nothing. And now they're in a position to be great. You've got the best point guard in the WNBA, probably going to go down as the greatest guard of all time. You have got Aaliyah Boston, who is a bona fide all-star. You've got Kelsey Mitchell, who's an elite gunner. And then it's just about filling up the rest of the team. Nalissa Smith does not fit. See what you can get for her. See what you can get in a trade for Nalissa Smith. Can you get a first round pick for Nalissa Smith, a late first round pick? And can you go and use that pick on maybe like someone that's not going to be there good straight away, but in 2 to 3 years might be, if she's willing to come over, like a Malonga, might be one of the best centers in the WNBA. With her athleticism, she could be insanely good. Do you use your own pick? Is Sonia Citron there? Is Anissa Morrow there? If you're able to trade her, I don't know, trade her to the Sun. The Sun already have one power couple. Why not get another one if they're going to keep Carrington? Especially if they might lose Bree Jones. Trade her to the Sun. And what do you do with that? Like, you go and get the Sun late first round pick. You want defense, Raven Johnson's probably on the board. So you might have those options. And then you've also got you've got the Erica Wheeler max contract saw. Look, on a 1-year deal, no matter what, sign Kelsey Mitchell. There is no shooting guard in the draft or in the free agency that's going to come to you that will help you more than Kelsey Mitchell in the short term. You get Kelsey Mitchell. And you do everything you can, as I said in our video, to get Satu Sabally. You get Satu. And then you're going out with a starting lineup of Aaliyah Boston, Satu, someone at the 3. If you lose Katie, lose 157k or whatever it is, you can find somebody at the 3. Just find a defender. Find one from Europe. Convince somebody to come over for a year. Heck, maybe you could get Temi to convince, I know she's not much of a defender, but she might do a bit of a job, whether it be starter off the bench, convince someone like a Holly Winterburn to come over. Something like that. Or there might be some players you can just find. An athlete that's playing in college that you can sign you can get a proper coach and sign a defensive runner to play that 3 position. But that would be a perfect starting 5 with Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlin Clark. And then you look to the bench, you've still got your Temi Fagbenle, who is a really good big. You've got whoever you draft this year. Like, you've got players. You've got players, and with a proper coach, you only need 9 players. Then you have, again, Temi's your bench big. You just find bigs from somewhere. Go to free agents. Again, try to convince Temi, whether it be even off the bench, to bring Holly Winterburn over. I think Holly Winterburn could be a good fit with this team, especially coming off the bench. I think she's going to play well. She's going to give you some points, and she's a winner. She was one of the best players on that London Lions team. And you try to maybe get some cheaper free agents. Like, this is a team where, and this is even about like competing next year. Like, if you can go 25-15 next year and make the semifinals of the playoffs, that's an unbelievable season for Indiana. Like, that's their best season in a decade. That is what the goal should be next year. Look, it's not happening with Christy Sides. It's just not happening with her. But that's what the trajectory should be. And they could go on Aces level trajectory. Because the big thing with the Aces is that they had their big 3. But the Aces were really smart about it. And that's why I think even like trying to convince Tina Charles to come for a year might be too bad. Like, they had Angel McCautry as a vet. Like, Liz Cambage, like however you pronounce that surname, she is a cancer. But look, she was there to help AJ Wilson, and she did. She was there to play that role. And so you've got these vets. You've got vets helping out your elite rookies. You've got these guys helping out, these players helping out your young players. And it's an ecosystem that's going to continue to grow. Your team's going to get better. And you've got a competent GM, a competent owner, and a competent coach. You have the 2 pieces. You don't, just like when the Aces had their 3 first-round picks. You had Jackie Young, you had Kelsey Plum, and you had obviously AJ Wilson. You build through your generational center, your unbelievably good guard, and your very, very good guard in Kelsey Plum. For the Fever, you already have your generational guard, your really, really good big, and again, if you can get a Satu, you've got another all-star. All-star. And Satu is a realistic target for them because the biggest market in this league is Indiana, as far as just getting your name out there. Satu's German. She, like, living in Indiana is not going to be that much of a turn-off for Satu Sabally. Like, and also, you have to take into account that she has been one of the most vocally praising Caitlin Clark players. She's a huge fan of Caitlin Clark. Like, if you can get Satu and have a big 3. Look, Satu's young. She's young. She's, 26? If you have a big 3 of Caitlin Clark, Satu Sabally, and Aaliyah Boston, you're winning a title. Barring injury, when Satu is quite injury prone, barring injury, you're winning a title. That is how good that team is. And they're so close. They are one elite piece, a good coach, and role players away from being one of the top 3 teams. Like, you bring in that type of team next year, and they're not going to be as good as the Ace. They're not going to be as good as the Liberty. And as well, everyone's going to be on 1-year deals. So the league is going to be completely different in 2026. While these two are on their rookie deal. These two are still going to be on their rookie deals. While the salary cap spikes. You can get rid of everybody. No one's going to be on contract past 2026. Everyone knows that. Everyone becomes a free agent that isn't on a rookie deal. You've got a big 2. You are going to be able to recruit people to play with these two. Because all the crap with Caitlin Clark is going to end very soon. Like you know the crap that people don't want to deal with. And people are, eventually it's just going to be, people are like, oh wow, I get to play with Leah Boston and Caitlin Clark. Great. And they're both on rookie deals. Give two superstars max 1-year deals. And you could go and win the 2026 finals. Like, they're not going to win next year. But with the way the whole contract situations are, you could be great next year and you could go and win in 2026 because everyone becomes a free agent.